If you just go with the flow and follow everybody else and just do what they're doing, you'll never get where you want to be in life. Ultimately, you decide if you're going to live or not. Am I just going to get through life, or am I going to live? Because it's a fucking choice. I mean, you literally decide that. And some people decide it when they're 70 and it's too late.
Definition of a champion, no.
Where's everybody else? Who's missing their buddies? Number 17. Is number 17 here? Why do you guys all dress in black?
17 is Mario.
Alex, wrong color. We're all wearing black.
Yep.
Junior, wrong color.
7.
Wrong color.
Lucky 7.
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna start. Building update. That sumbitch is flying. The walls are all up. The roof is all on.
Sounds like we can move in.
Next week, Thanksgiving. I told him, remember you said Thanksgiving in April when you walked in here. Don't fucking put any of this up. Any other questions on the building? Clipping right along. First week of February. First week of Febs. So they're right on schedule. Everything is going as smooth as humanly possible. The whole parking lot and everything will be in by early next week. Boom. That's what you guys do in every video now.
You gotta get closer to it.
No, you guys do it in all the videos now. Okay, let's teach. Any more questions on our new business and our new building? So that's what happened to me recently is I tried to get just a fucking bench to put my shoes on because I'm getting a little older and slightly overweight. I want to sit down and put my fucking shoes on. Motherfuckers want $350 for a motherfucking bench to put my shoes on. I could hire somebody to put my fucking shoes on for $350. And it just told me again and again and again and again, just start your fucking furniture company. There is nowhere. We try to look everywhere. You cannot find a fucking bench to put your shoes on made out of old barnwood. Good? Teaching. So this falls perfectly in line with what we just went through. I have been running into a lack of the ability to see the future. And so what I keep asking myself is this just something that I know how to do? And then so I paid attention and I hear a lot of you doing it. But I want you guys to do it more and more and more and more and more. Because when you live for, oh, there's a team meeting, right, Fuller? There's a team meeting in 5 minutes? Well, fuck, I didn't know that. If you just go with the flow and follow everybody else and just do what they're doing, you'll never get where you want to be in life. You'll never accomplish what you want to accomplish. When you get your new apartment, you should be doing the math for how that's going to help you save for your new house or save for your new condo or save for your next apartment. When you get your new job, you should be thinking about what can I do to add skills to my skill set so I can do the next job or get the next pay raise or get to the next level of efficiency. I hope that you guys will always, always, always look at what's next. Never just settle for what's today. And even in your day-to-day today, don't be thinking, yeah, it's 1 o'clock, I should do something for lunch. Or then it's like 5 o'clock, oh, it's time to go home. Try to be ahead of yourself. And when I use the day-to-day stuff, that's like the micro. But what's your plans for next week? What's your plans for spring? Where do you guys want to be in custom offsets come spring? Where do you want to be in custom offsets in a year? I wouldn't go beyond that because fuck, you might want to work in the furniture shop you didn't know about an hour ago. So my point is my young leaders are the most fun with this because I'm always like, I just want to shake the fuck out of you young guys because you can't think about tomorrow. You like literally, your mind only gets through today. You don't even think about tomorrow. Or even some of you creative guys. I mean, I love fucking with Kevin about this because a real creative mind typically doesn't do a ton of planning. You just go with the flow and you're super creative. But I will still challenge you to shut that off for a minute, reflect once in a while to the past. And I think you're a pretty good reflector. I know you and I have had some awesome conversations with that, but I'll go up to Kevin. I went up to him 2 weeks ago and I said, you should start a clothing company within this company. I want to have a grunt style of custom offsets. Someday, just stop working for a minute and think about how could you do that and then be the lead for that and then take a percentage of those sales and make that your dream job because you've always wanted to own something. At least, you know, be the VP of this clothing line that becomes really fucking huge, and it's another source of income for all of us. So my goal for today was, how can you just stop, take a breath, stop working for a damn minute and think about tomorrow, think about next week. The reason this furniture company came up is because February's coming really fucking fast. I need a plan for this building. My point is, keep challenging yourself to think about tomorrow, the next day, the next day, the next month, the next month, the next week, the next year. Don't go too far out, because then you're just dreaming about what it could be, and then try to put a plan into place of how to get there. So custom offsets, being the oldest, is at the most risk of being stagnant right now. Fitment Inc. has to live in this world because they're coming from one guy making videos and trying to build a company by himself to a whole team of what could we do to create a brand and a company and truly get out there. So they're having to think about the future every single fucking day, because nobody's gonna come up with wheel history for them. So they're in that world where they have to do that way. We've got you guys so fucking busy trying to keep up and sustain that you're being allowed to forget about the future, but you can't. So I have to stay on Team Custom Offsets until you guys can learn how to look into the future. Shut the fuck up, I'm trying to teach something really profound, fuck. Just kidding, you're cool. The goal is, how can you make sure you never get stagnant, always stay ahead. Everything you do is gonna be copied. Whether it be here, if you're our best hot new videographer, some fucking stripper's gonna come along and learn the same thing. That was funny. So, that was good. It's like, how the fuck can you just copy? And I'm like, oh, because they're followers. Of course they copied us. And then they went and copied Diesel Brothers and gave away trucks. So they're just gonna keep copying people. But the thing is, when you copy somebody, there isn't any pride there. So what you'll see is they'll copy us, and then after about 2 to 3 months, they'll quit doing it. Because it's fucking boring and it's stupid, and you're just following the leader, and that gets old after a couple months. If you've noticed, we invent almost everything we do, or we borrow it from another industry, plug it into our industry, and we're the first to do it. So we get all fucking passionate about it and all prideful, and then we drive it home for a year, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, and become the biggest and the best at it. Because then you can hold your chin high and go, I am the fucking best, so I'm gonna keep doing this. Why wouldn't I keep doing this? So that's why it's so important to never follow and always lead. If you look at it, we could just sit back and say Custom Offsets has the biggest gallery in the fucking world. We're selling $1 million a month in wheels, we're good. But instead we're going, so we have that for real estate. I'm like, why don't we put that next to a truck? Let me walk around a truck and see the fitment and see let me zoom in on the suspension and actually see what some of that looks like. So they made one yesterday. Here's another thing about looking forward, right? What day are tacos? Thursday. Everybody knows that and looks forward to it. But sometimes the shit I never knew videos, remember back, this is probably 6 months ago, 8 months ago, it would be Thursday morning, we're like, fuck, we didn't make a shit I never knew video. We're like, you didn't forget about tacos, but forgot about the fucking shit I never knew video. How can you lock in the things that are always gonna happen? It's always funny, the people that are surprised by Christmas, that they're like, fuck, I gotta go Christmas shopping, it's tomorrow. It's like, it's fucking the same day every year. And the comedians love that one because it's so true. Don't be that guy. Be planning for next week. You've got to be doing that, because otherwise it's always going to sneak up on you. You'll always be behind. You'll always be doing it last minute, and it's always going to be frustrating for you and me. We were the first ones to do spotlights that I know of. Look at how many people are copying spotlights. Do you know how good that feels? I want you guys to have those ideas that you sit back and watch people copy, because you know you came up with it first. You know that you did it the best. You knew you stuck with it the longest. You know that you had the most views and came up with that idea and made that your baby. And that's so fucking fun when you walk around SEMA and you're a first year guy that didn't even have a company, and they know you guys from your spotlights, your wheel talks, and your wheel histories. And the biggest reason I want to bring this up is I'm just nervous that this big old successful cash machine is going to get stuck, because Sean's off fucking around with real estate and doing some new stuff in his new furniture company, testing out benches, and we just think that we just got to hold the line. It's the opposite of that. Stay way the fuck ahead of everybody, and then you'll never have to even look back. I want you guys to realize that we have proven now with Custom Offsets, Offsets Garage, Fitment Inc., Dream Home Fox Cities, and now whatever this furniture company is called, it's not about the idea. It's just about implementing, deploying, structured discipline, what we do with Facebook and social media, hammering the fucking, content's cool right now, right? So we're hammering the fuck out of content. That's why we're winning.